Sergeant Popwell was an exceptional officer, truly exceptional. And he had one thing you haven't got.
What's that, sir?
A great big bushy beard. Come on, let's have a mosey around.
Hello gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. And today we are going to talk about the Marvel Legends Chod wave. Managed to get all the words out there in the right order. This is a wave that I do not have in hand. Nothing up my sleeves. I don't have any sleeves. That's why I never have any plans. But I want to talk about it. Luckily, longtime friend of the show, Mark, who is an administrator or moderator or whatever the heck they do on the Facebook group, sent me a whole bunch of footage and some thoughts and opinions of his as well. Of course, I instantly sealed those in concrete and dumped them in the North Sea, but now I can tell you what I think about this wave, and I got to tell you, I think we're going to be looking back on this current era right now as like the dip of Marvel Legends before they made their triumphant comeback in quality and value for money and all that kind of thing. This is the dark days that we're in right now, but don't worry, gang. I swear that the happier days are coming and they're on the way. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones because we can't keep going on like this, okay? Because we're paying too much for too little. That's what I'm going to tell you here, alright? Straight up. So first of all, I'm going to rank these. I'm going to rank these from the worst to the best. However, there's not a lot of wiggle room in here. They're all a fairly kind of average collection of what we've come to expect for our hard-earned money. So let's talk about them. First of all, at the lowest place, I'm going to put the Chod Bath. Because, I know I'm going to get so much hate for this review. I know I am, because people are going to say, oh, how can you say that things are bad when you don't have them? Because I've got a YouTube channel. That's why. Spat all over myself. I'm not going to edit that. Yeah, because some people want to watch it, regardless. The important thing is, if you don't like my opinion, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, pal. There's a lot of action figure reviewers out there. I just want to get my 2 cents out there because I love doing this. If I don't have the figures in hand, then you know what? Screw it. I'm doing it anyway. So, Chod, based off of the Abomination Build-A-Figure, and yeah, very based. There's not a huge amount of difference, and some of the aging of this figure kind of shows the articulation, the knees, the sort of lack of movement and stuff. It feels or looks like an old figure. I got to choose my words carefully. I can't say what it feels like, but I can say what it looks like. It's about to burst into song there, but I couldn't think what the song was. Do you know what it feels like to be a woman? Is that the song? Who cares? So, yeah, look, first of all, he just looks like a big blob of green plastic. And I know so many people go, oh my god, Dave, a plastic figure looks like plastic. Oh, yeah, but you know what I mean, though. When an action figure is actually nicely sculpted and beautifully painted with washing and highlights and dry brushing, don't feel plastic no more. Whereas this, it looks to thine eye, which I swear does not deceiveth me, it looks like a lot of bright, same color plastic. There is a bit of a wash on there, or a bit of highlighting, if you excuse me, I get the expressions wrong. You don't come here for facts and accuracy. You come here for a little bit of background noise while you're doing your laundry. I know, I get it. You know what? I embrace it. So there's a little bit of lighter, yellowy kind of green to highlight some of the more prominent parts, but I just feel like it could have used a little bit more. This figure could have been left in to bake a little bit longer. Also, people who know more about Chod than me have been saying that, the actual physical attributes, like the number of fingers and various other parts of him, they're just not comic accurate, which is a real shame. I do like the fact that you can hinge his jaw. It can be open or closed. That's cool. There's something about a hinged jaw just makes me happy. I think that's a nice little touch to have. But again, like the lips all feel the same. Everything, like the interior of the mouth, it's all pretty much the same color. So it just feels like it's been farted out of a plastic mold and just put there like a Happy Meal toy. That's not good. It's not good, man. Especially for a character like Chod that is a big character who's going to stand out on your shelf. What he does have going for him is his little pet, his little white, little kind of, Salacious Crumb type little animal on his shoulder. It's kind of fun to have. That's good. But also, in my diligent research on Chod, in which I opened Google, put in his name, and looked at the pictures, you know what's present in just about every single one of them? His harpoon gun thingamabob. You know what's not in this figure? Can you guess where I'm going? Yes, there's no Chod harpoon gun. And it's like, come on, guys. This is the builder figure. This is supposed to be the thing that encourages people to buy the whole wave. And you're not even making him A, accurate, or B, complete? Shut the front door. Get out of here. So that's real disappointing that you can't even muster the oomph to go that extra mile. Very disappointing. Must try harder. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Next up now, we got Quinton Quire, Kid Omega, and this is to go in the style of your House of X type figures. And it's good that they're adding more to the House of X line. I like that. What I'm not such a big fan of is, again, it's another plain Jane, smooth like Carlos Santana, painted body, nothing else going on here, just the logo on there, and a head. And a gun, like, God, and that's it. You got the two different hands, but it just feels like, is that it? That's it, I guess. I mean, Quinton Quire, if you're gonna do a quintessential Quinton Quire figure, there are better, more interesting designs to go for. I was still reading the X-Men comics during the Riot at Xavier's School, easy for me to say, storyline, where he kind of gets hooked on this mutant growth hormone drug and leads a schoolyard rebellion against the X-Men. It was fun, it was interesting, and he had more of an interesting costume, which was kind of a classic schoolboy type costume, but then kind of punked up a little bit because he's a brat, basically. I kind of like the character. This is a way more streamlined looking. What does it look like? Has anyone seen that movie Tron? Yeah, it looks like that, and it's like it's okay. But there's just very little going on there for the bang for your buck. When you're paying about, $26, $27 a figure, you kind of want a little bit more. I like his translucent gun. I think the translucent, you throw translucency at me, and I'm gonna mark out for it. Like if someone proposed to me with a plastic translucent engagement ring, I'd be like, oh, hold it up to the light, look at it shine through. I'm yours. So there's a lot to be said for that, for me. And also, like the glasses, I love translucent glasses where you can see the eyes of the figure through the glasses. It just makes it feel three-dimensional and real and interesting. I dig it, I like it, and his slick back pink mohawk, it's good stuff there. It's popping. It's popping, it's striking. But all I'm saying is, if you're going to be charging what you charge, and you're saving all that money on cardboard, or plastic, because you've got the cardboard boxes, then, why not throw us in an extra translucent weapon, or a power effect, or a different head, or anything. You know what I would really like, what I would really pop for, if they started doing this with the Marvel Legends figures? Collector cards, man, that would win me over big time. Legit, no sarcasm. I know I'm British, so I always sound sarcastic. But if they started doing collector cards, kind of like McFarlane do, I would be on it like a car bonnet. And that would be so cheap, it would be so much easier for them to do. Just give it to something that feels like a little bit of extra added value, because this just feels so just whack a new head on a body and ship it out. That's what it feels like, and it doesn't really mash my potatoes, you know what I'm saying? And now we got the White Queen, Emma Frost, and this I kind of dig. I kind of dig a few elements of this. First of all, it's great to get a single release modern White Queen. If you haven't got the Hellfire Club box set, which is great because if you wanted that set to be complete, you need to get the Hellfire Club box set, plus the separate army building goon, plus the Wolverine 5-pack to get Mastermind. You see why it's so easy to rag on you guys, Hasbro? You don't make it easy to spend money collecting. Well, you make it easy to spend money, but you don't make it easy to collect your lines for the fans. Yeah, right. That's like WWE being like, oh, we're a family. Yeah, sure you are. Anywho, White Queen, I like her stoic face. I like what they've done. She looks like she thinks that she's better than everyone around her, and that's what the White Queen should be all about. I dig it. I like it. Her blue faded lips. I tell you what, it would have been real easy to accidentally get her looking dead, basically, because of the blue on the lips. It's like, oh god, is she, is she floating around the Titanic or something? But no, I think, looking at this, they've actually done a really good job of making it just look like her design. And I dig it, I like it, but again, that's all we got. That's all we got. What is her power? She can turn her entire body into diamond. You could have done more with that. You could have given us some diamond replacement hands or something. Anything. You could have given us a different head with a transforming diamond look, kind of like they've done with Mystique in the past with a transforming head. That would have been great. Again, anything. I just want to add value. I want to feel like I'm getting my money's worth, and I'm not. And when I say me, I mean Mark, who actually bought these figures and sent me the footage and allows me to comment on them, even though I don't have them in hand. I know I'm going to be hearing about this in the comments, but I was going to say I don't care. I do care, actually. Negative comments really, really hurt, and they affect me, but it's okay. It's okay. I soldier on because I love it. Anyway, that was a sidebar. Yeah, well, if you don't like negative comments, just say nice things. Yeah, because people would love this channel then. Oh, this Hasbro shill only saying nice things about me. I'm going on such a rant. What are we talking about? Emma Frost is fine, but she's an aggressively fine figure. The blank sort of hooty tooty snoity toity kind of face, it looks good. I just wish we had like another one, maybe a different one transforming. Anything to add value would have been really nice. Storm has, for her wings, she's got cloth goods. Imagine if she had like, Emma Frost had like some cloth stuff going on there. It's not even cloth. It's like that sort of like that plasticky kind of wibbly material. Anyway, anything to just make her a bit better. As it is, she ain't great, so that's where she is. She's in the middle of the pack. In the middle of a very average pack. Then we're getting another star gemmo. We got Fang. And I like the look of what they've done with Fang's face. We're getting into the areas where I'm like, there's some good stuff here. There's some stuff that I like. So Fang allows you to also do a Wolverine kit bash where you can pop Wolverine's head on and, he's got a similar costume. But again, that's all we've really got. He's got another pair of hands, so he's got special claws and then the fist hands. But that's it. So I can't really wax lyrical too much about him. What I will say, though, is that, to be fair, I don't even know what else you could add to Fang. I mean, you could give him a different head, but I mean, really, I would even admit that's probably surplus to requirements because he's a feral, bestial character, and he's got his rah looking head, so you don't need a I'm going down to the shops now kind of looking face. That would be surplus to requirements. You don't need it, so that's fine. I'm not going to rag on you for that. But with that in mind, there's not a huge amount else going for him. Does anyone who reads the X-Men Shi'ar type comics, like, does he have weapons at all? I was going to say like knives, but he's got claws. So I guess there's probably only so much you can do with him, to be fair. And that's why I'm putting him a bit higher, because yeah, it is essentially just, body with a new head, but at least it's, accurate to the character, I guess. Unless you can tell me in any way that he's not accurate to the character. So, I mean, comment below, let me know. But from what I can see, you know what? He's adequate. And sometimes adequate will do. Now, this was kind of exciting to see. We get Monet, who, of course, is our first 90s Generation X figure. So I'm guessing, hoping, thinking, perhaps maybe speculating that we're going to get more Gen X figures. But of course, you never know though. Hasbro love to start doing lines and then just dropping them halfway through. Hello, Sony's Marvel Avengers. No one wanted any more of those anyway. There's this one person out there with the Outback Hulk going, yeah, but I like my Outback Hulk. You know what? Good for you, pal. I think a lot of people use that figure for customs. Anywho, yeah, we got Monet. And again, she looks fine, but there's more that you could have done. Penance, she's got like a cool sort of transforming ability, but this figure doesn't. What you see is what you get. And again, it just feels kind of basic. Her face sculpt is inoffensive, but that's about it. You just could have done more. You could have been more creative. It's the aggressive lack of creativity that really kind of sticks it in and twists it, because I love seeing innovation. Don't worry, no spoilers or nothing, but I saw Guardians 3. Don't worry, no spoilers, but just watching the creativity on screen just how creative people can get. I'm like, this just shows innovation and imagination. And then looking at these figures, I'm like, no, zero goose egg imagination and creativity. And, this is just like, what does the character look like? Okay, how can we make that the most basic way possible? All right, boom. Even Mark, who sent me this footage, even he was able to go, oh, I can put a clawed Carnage hand on here, which actually shows her transforming claw penance powers. Boom! Right there! So easy. They did that. That took literally no talent or skill whatsoever to do that, Mark. I'm just kidding. I kid because I love. And also because the Facebook admins and moderators take the piss out of me all the time anyway. So this is my rebuttal. But yeah, she looks great with a clawed hand. Would have been nice if they had included that. But again, it's just a powerfully, aggressively average figure. It's like, oh, we gotta fill up this wave. Okay, well, I mean, if we absolutely have to, okay, fine, we'll just do a new head for that, put that on, out it goes, great, boom, job done. It just feels like Hasbro are making action figures just for the sake of making action figures. Gotta make something, I guess. Just don't put too much effort in, though. Don't want anyone to think that we actually care about this. Now we're going back over to more modern X-Men, but not that modern. It's Cyclops from Astonishing X-Men who goes with Emma Frost. And I said modern, and now my brain is realizing that's actually like nearly 20 years old. Is that nearly 20 years old? Someone, please tell me it's not, but I think it might be the Joss Whedon X-Men. Oh boy. Look, I quite like the Condom Cyclops look. I didn't originally, and I still prefer the 90s Jim Lee hair blown in the breeze looking Cyclops. I think that is far cooler. But I've got used to the overall bodysuit type thing. It's a little bit weird, but I don't think I like it. I just think my eyes have adjusted to it. That's pretty much what it is. And the costume design is quite bold. It's quite striking. So that's okay. And you're going to have like the Wolverine to go with that as well. And the Emma, you can build out that astonishing team quite nicely, actually. And we love building teams. That's why we love Marvel Legends. So that's a funny thing. After all this negativity, I still finish every sentence with, that's why we love Marvel Legends, because we do. Or at least I do. Can't help it. Even though I rag on them, it's a funny old thing. But this Cyclops, again, like it's the bare bones. You could have done so much more. He's got the little power effect, which I really like. Lord help you, trying to keep that safe. Don't go snapping that off or anything, because it looks a little bit precarious there. But it does look nice though. What irritates me a little bit is just the fact that we have other cool Cyclops effects that we could have used. I love Chef's Kiss, the House of X Cyclops with the optic blast effect. I think that looks wicked. So cool. He's got the face and the fingers there, and you've got this massive big optic blast coming out. You could have had that. You could have had that so easily. It would have made this figure look so much more dynamic. It would have killed it. And you just went, Nah, let's not. And someone would have gone, yeah, but I mean, we're saving money on the Build-A-Figure. We're just reusing Abomination. And someone would have gone, yeah, so let's see how much more money we can save if we don't do anything innovative or creative or even just worth doing. So yeah, Cyclops is fine, but again, he's just aggressively fine. And that makes an aggressive reviewer too. Yeah, we're getting salty. And in the penultimate spot, we've got everyone's favorite spacefaring deadbeat dad. It is the man who needs to shampoo more, Corsair. I'm sorry, I spent the whole review building up to that awful joke. Corsair, alright, it's Corsair, leader of the Starjammers, and he actually looks okay. Yeah, I kind of like what they've got here. He looks like a spacefaring swashbuckler, which is exactly what he should look like. He's got his cutlass, he's got his pistol. I love the fact that the pistol is, it looks like a yar, shiver me timbers type pistol, but made slightly more space agey as well. I dig it. It's fun, it's kitsch, it's cute. I got a lot of time for it. And then his glorious moustache and hair and the headband. It's a good looking Corsair. I ain't mad about it. Is it basic? Yeah, it's basic, but also it's fine for what it needs to be. Look, it's finishing with a little positivity. That's why I like going. I like doing the ranking from worst to best, because then we can finish. We can finish with a bit of a high. And Corsair, yeah, I think the face sculpt looks really nice. The paintwork on there, the lips look distinct without being lipsticky. They've done a decent job with our boy here, and I think that putting him with Fang, who's not a Starjammer, is he? He's with the Shi'ar, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that I think I might know something possibly. But yeah, them together with Chod and everyone as well, that's a nice looking group. You can start building that out a little bit. So yeah, Corsair looks fine, and yeah, that's all I got to say about that. And finally, rounding it out in the number one spot, we have Chamber. And Chamber, you're going to pair up with Monet. They're going to look great, and they are starting off the Bibbly-Boo Generation X line. My brain was thinking, should I just restart this segment? No, keep on going, push forward, because we're almost at the end. And you're watching this thinking, yeah, come on, we're almost at the end. Just get on with it. Chamber, yeah, I love the fire, glowing power energy effects there. Looks like he has what?
A great big bushy beard. Come on, let's have a mosey around.
And yeah, I think it's very, very effective. This is a character who I will be the first to admit, maybe you could do a separate head swap for. I don't know, that's tricky, because Chamber, sometimes you have all the energy coming out, and other times he'll wear these bandages around his face to wrap it all up and contain it. So actually, you could have had two distinct looks there. But you know what? That's actually fine, because what kind of a maniac would have Chamber and not have this beautiful energy effects all over him? So I dig that. I like it. He's got the body that... Was that going to be the Robbie Reyes body from the Hell Charger? I'm not sure. Help me out here. That's just a little spitballing guess there. I might be totally off base with that, but I thought I recognized the bodies, but I could be mistaken. It's a decent looking one though. I got time for that. I got a lot of time for that. Yes, it's pretty basic. Of course, it's all black, but you know what? I don't mind that, because that's what the character looks like in the comics. So I'm fine to say, you know what? Go with the Lord with that one. That's what it should be. That's what you've done. Got a nice little bit of texture going on there as well. Not just a flat painted buck, but actually some more stuff happening. I dig it. So yeah, you know what, Chamber? He's okay. You could have thrown in, because you love to, you do it so often, the wibbly, swirly power effects, like it's sort of emanating from his chest around his body. You could have put those on there to just make it look a bit more dynamic, but for what it is, for what you got, I actually think he's the strongest figure of the wave. But what do you think? And folks, that does it for my not in hand, nothing up my sleeves review of the Chod wave. I'm sorry if it was a little bit harsh and mean and cruel, but you know what? I don't know, I'm just a harsh, mean, cruel human being, obviously. That's why you come to Model Behaviour, for the gross negativity and awfulness. Nah, I'm kidding. Because even if I'm going to complain about something, I'll do it in an upbeat kind of way. And hey, look, I can't complain this much. It didn't cost me nothing. I bet old Mark's sobbing into his cereal after buying this wave. No, he's not. He's an X-Men junkie. He can't help himself. Mark, thank you so much for helping me out with the footage of these. So gang, what do you think about the wave? What do you think about my criticisms? Am I being just that dick toy reviewer who's like, oh, nothing's good enough unless it's like an import Mafex figure? And hey, look, if you saw my live stream reviewing Storm, you'll know that I had problems with Mafex Storm as well. She wasn't perfect either. Why am I talking like this? That sounds really annoying. Sorry about that. I won't do that again for the rest of this video. So yeah, gang, thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this wave? Comment below, let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And actually, like, genuinely, that really helps out the channel, because I swear I'm being shadow banned, man. I guarantee you, YouTube must be a subsidiary of Hasbro, because they ain't putting these videos out. So if you do find these, then God love you, and thank you so much. Also, if you want to, like, just go a little extra in supporting the channel, then you can go over to patreon.com/displaying-model-behaviour. Toss a couple of bucks my way, and you can enjoy all the exclusive videos on there, because I'm starting to put them out a lot more frequently now. Still with all the same flubs in there, but I think people kind of like that. It makes it feel a bit more real, a bit more raw. So, gang, thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Oh, join the Facebook group too, and answer the freaking membership questions. There's only 2. That's all you gotta do. It's just so that we know you're not a robot. That's literally it. But no one ever answers them. The amount of people that could have joined this group, I'm like, you can't even say what your favorite action figure is and that you agree to the rules? Come on, son! Anywho, thanks for watching for the 5th time! And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.